every time I've been here, and it's been many times now, every time, that's just an automatic and a given. You walk in, you unload your car, you look around you, and you're there, you're ready to paint. You're there to paint, everybody expects you to paint. Probably people will wonder what's wrong with you if you don't paint. What a great problem to have.
I can just let the world melt from around me, and then I just have no thoughts of my commitments, my duties, what I should be doing, what I haven't done, what I'm supposed to be doing.
You work till 4 in the morning and sleep till 2, and you don't have to feed any animals or children or partners or go to meetings. You have this total time off from regular life.
There is no substitute for getting feedback from other astute writers. And so that's one of the benefits of doing a residency here. It's been a great place to work, but it's also been a great place to forge friendships.
I believe that artists are an unestablished order of exalters. We have a common task to exalt, to celebrate. So I wanted it to be a place of contemplation and creativity, an atmosphere where you let go of your false self and you get ecstatically involved in wonder.
Making three-dimensional landscapes really started out of a trip to the Mary Anderson Center. Just looking out of the windows and driving to it and walking through it and seeing the orange grass in the winter coming up through the snow. There's an exit to the Mary Anderson Center that cuts through stone. I saw that it was actually the top of a knob that had been cut through. I could see the actual form of it. And so instead of making pictures, flat pictures of the earth, I began to try and do it in a three-dimensional form. In 1999, I had an exhibit which included the landscape work, some figurative work, but the landscape work was the thing people remembered always. It's definitely the environment for cutting loose and being able to take chances and try things you hadn't tried, and to be able to think about it all day and not feel like you're weird.
When I first came to the Mary Anderson Center, a lot of what I was painting were the agricultural fields that were around me in northern Indiana. And so I really looked to the Mary Anderson Center for those same types of places at first, but as I returned more and more, I became very interested in the lake, which was not something I had painted before that time. The lake is just this beautiful rife surface that is covered in lilies and is full of little critters. And I started to paint the lake in a big way. I mean, I made just painting after painting of the lake and the lilies on the surface and all those just amazing little ellipses that just sit there so perfectly on the surface of the water. I exhibited those paintings and they were just really well received, and I felt really good about them, and so I always have to paint the lilies when I come back. The place gives you this sense of almost a meditative kind of calm, and the act of painting does that as well. So there's the lake's just inviting you to go into that kind of place, and then once you're into it, it's giving you all this visual, this eye candy, and what a great combination. I mean, it's just, there it is. Everything you need to be a happy painter. And then they feed you lunch too if you get hungry, so it's really good.
I have been an academic for 35 years, and I have managed to write 12 books. 3 of them, I would say, were written at the Mary Anderson Center. I've been doing Holocaust research, which is emotionally difficult work. And so being in an environment where I felt cared for was very important, and the work has flourished. I think of it as a gift to myself when I come to the Mary Anderson Center. It's a gift to my work and to me personally to have the time to rest and renew.
Coming to the Mary Anderson Center is like stopping the world for me, and I really consciously want it to be that way. I want to stop the world when I go there. It's very important for me to not be self-conscious when I'm playing. In music, once you start analyzing it, when you're creating especially, it stops the process. And so letting go of that, I think, is a very, very important part of creation. And you need space to do that. You need time, you need freedom, and you need a place like the Mary Anderson Center where you have all of those things that come together.
As we go down to the lake at Mount St. Francis, there is this lovely sign which they replace annually. It's quite pristine. It says, "No swimming except with a Franciscan friar." No plunging your body into the cool lake. No letting the water lilies caress your breasts. No letting the trout nibble your toes. No fanning out your hair. No floating on your back. Wind whispering over fevered skin. Except with a Franciscan. Alice warned me no swimming except with a Franciscan was taken by another poet. No writing about no swimming except with a Franciscan friar. No writing, no swimming with Robert Haas, Robert Pinsky, Robert Frost, the Lakers, or Gwendolyn Brooks. No reading this poem about no swimming without a brother. It might lure you in. When I asked Brother Tim if he'd go swimming, he was agreeable. Since I lost my swimming buddy Mimi, I haven't been in. How did he lose his swimming buddy Mimi? No drowning without a Franciscan friar, better yet, not without a priest. No swimming with holy rollers, Mennonites, or Hasids. Brothers, no pretending to walk on water by striding across the old, barely submerged dam. When I asked Brother Tim how I could be sure he was really a Franciscan and could he show me some ID, he assured me he'd taken his vows in 1983. No babies in baskets by the bulrushes without a friar, no chicken picnics in the canoe. Insurance can be costly. Remember what happened to Mimi.